5.
I'd like to extend my greetings by saying to all of you, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the 27th reading of the Qur'an. This reading is a very powerful reading tonight. You know, which of the favors of your Lord would you deny? Surah Ar-Rahman. So, also, many people on tonight probably will be coming to the mosques for Salat, because many people around the world, think that today is the 27th of Ramadan, which is the Laylatul Qadr, which is the night of power. So a lot of people are assuming that it's the night of power, so people have a tendency to frequent the mosque more on this particular day than any other day in Ramadan, inshallah. So, but there is no sunnah that says that this is the day, but most people, frequent the mosque on this day. So let us start in Surah 51. Surah 51. And that's Surah Zariyat. Okay, Ayat 31. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على خاتم المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأجمعين. Surah 51, Surah Zariyat, Ayat 31. Ibrahim said, "And what, O ye messengers, is your errand now?" They said, "We have been sent to a people deep in sin, to bring on them a shower of stones of clay brimstone, marked as from thy Lord for those who trespass beyond bounds." Then we evacuated those of the believers who were there, but we found not there any just Muslim person except in one house, and we left there a sign for such as fear of the grievous penalty. And in Moses was another sign. Behold, we sent him to Pharaoh with authority manifest. But Pharaoh turned back with his chiefs and said, "A sorcerer, a one possessed." So we took him and his forces and threw them into the sea, and his was the blame. And in the odd people was another sign. Behold, we sent against them the devastating wind. It left nothing whatever that it came up against, but reduced it to ruin and rottenness. And in the Thamud was another sign. Behold, they were told, "Enjoy your brief day for a little while." But they insolently defied the command of their Lord. So the stunning noise of an earthquake seized them, even while they were looking on. Then they could not even stand on their feet, nor could they help themselves. So were the people of Noah before them, for they wickedly transgressed. With power and skill did we construct the firmament, for it is we who created the vastness of space, and we have spread out the spacious earth. How excellently we do spread out, and of everything we have created pairs, that ye may receive instruction. Hasten ye then at once to Allah. I am from him a warner to you, clear and open. And make not another an object of worship with Allah. I am from him a warner to you, clear and open. Similarly, no apostle came to the people before them, but they said of him in like manner, "A sorcerer, a one possessed." Is this the legacy they have transmitted one to another? Nay, they are themselves a people transgressing beyond bounds. So turn away from them. Not thine is the blame, but teach thy message, for teaching benefits the believers. I have only created jinns and men that they may serve me. No sustenance do I require of them, nor do I require that they should feed me. For Allah is he who gives all sustenance, Lord of power, steadfast forever. For the wrongdoers, their portion is like unto the portion of their fellows of earlier generations. Then let them not ask me to hasten that portion. Woe then to the unbelievers on account of that day of theirs, which they have been promised. Surah Tur, commentary 228. By the sacred symbols of the Mount Sublime, the eternal record on an open scroll, the house of worship thronged with men, the canopy blue of unfathomed heights, and the boundless ocean with its resistless tidal swell. All acts of men must have their inevitable fruits. New worlds will be born with the doom of death. New values established by Allah's decree. Consumed will be evil in the fire of reality, and good will come to its own in personal and social bliss, but most in the full realization that Allah is good, the beneficent, the merciful. Proclaim then the praise of the Lord, nor heed the slanders of ignorance or spite. For the Lord the Creator will cherish. His plan will overthrow the puny plots of men. Hold firm with patience and faith in the hereafter, and sing his praises even in the busy march of this world, but chiefly in the stillness of night and in the holy hour of dawn as the stars retreat, singing glory to the maker of their own most glorious Son. Tour of the Mount. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful, by the Mount of Revelation, by a decree inscribed in the scroll unfolded, by the much frequented fane, by the canopy raised high, and by the ocean filled with swell. Verily, the doom of thy Lord will indeed come to pass. There is none can avert it. On the day when the firmament will be in dreadful commotion, and the mountains will fly hither and thither, then woe that day to those that treat truth as falsehood, that play and paddle in shallow trifles. That day shall they be thrust down to the fire of hell irresistibly. This, it will be said, is the fire which ye were wont to deny. Is this then a fake, or is it ye that do not see? Burn ye therein. The same is it to you whether ye bear it with patience or not. Ye but receive the recompense of your own deeds. And as to the righteous, they will be in gardens and in happiness, enjoying the bliss which their Lord has bestowed on them, and their Lord shall deliver them from the penalty of the fire. To them will be said, eat and drink ye with profit and health, because of your good deeds. They will recline with ease on thrones of dignities arranged in ranks, and we shall join them to companions with beautiful, big, and lustrous eyes. And those who believe and whose families follow them in faith, to them shall we join in their families, nor shall we deprive them of the fruit of all of their works. Yet is each individual in pledge for his deeds. And we shall bestow on them of the fruits and meats anything that they shall desire. They shall there exchange one with another a loving cup, free of frivolity, free of all taint of ill. Round about them will serve devoted to them youths handsome as pearls well guarded. They will advance to each other, engaging in mutual inquiry. They will say, aforetime we were not without fear for the sake of our people, but Allah has been good to us, and has delivered us from the penalty of the scorching wind. Truly, we did call unto him from of old. Truly it is he, the beneficent and merciful. Therefore proclaim thou the praises of thy Lord, for by the grace of thy Lord thou art no vulgar soothsayer, nor art thou one possessed. Or do they say a poet? We await for him some calamity hatched by time. Say thou, await ye, I too await along with you. Is it that their faculties of understanding urge them to this? Or they but a people transgressing beyond bounds? Or do they say he fabricated the message? Nay, they have no faith. Let them then produce a recital like unto it, if it be they speak the truth. Were they created of nothing, or were they themselves the creators? Or did they create the heavens and the earth? Nay, they have no firm belief. Or are the treasures of thy Lord with them? Or are they the managers of affairs? Or have they a ladder by which they can climb up to heaven and listen to its secrets? Then let such a listener of theirs produce a manifest proof. Or has he only daughters and ye have sons? Or is it that thou this adds for a reward, so that they are burdened with a load of debt? Or that the unseen is in hands and they write it down? Or do they intend a plot against it? But those who defy Allah are themselves involved into a plot. Or have they a God other than Allah? Exalted is Allah, far above the things that they associate with him. Were they to see a piece of the sky falling on them, they would only say clouds gathered in heaps. So leave them alone until they encounter the day of theirs, wherein they shall perforce swoon with terror. The day when their plotting will avail them nothing, and no help shall be given them. And verily for those who do wrong, there is another punishment besides this, but most of them understand not. Now, await in patience the command of thy Lord, for verily thou art in our eyes, and celebrate the praises of thy Lord the while thou standest forth. And for part of the night also praise thou him, and at the retreat of the stars. Introduction to Surah Al-Najm. Commentary 229. True revelation is not a process either of error or deception, nor does the prophet speak from himself as he desires. It is Allah's inspiration, true without doubt. It is reality, the inner reality of heaven as far as knowledge can reach, not the false ideas and idols that men construct for themselves, names without truth behind them. The goal of all things is Allah, as He is the one from whom starts reality. No other can ever intercede except as He wills. He made us and knows all that we are. It is not for us to justify ourselves, but to offer ourselves as we are. Najm of the Star. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. By the star when it goes down, your companion is neither astray nor being misled, nor does he say aught of his own desires. It is no less than inspiration sent down to him. He was taught by one mighty in power, endued with wisdom, for he appeared in a stately form while he was in the highest part of the horizon. Then he approached and came closer, and was at a distance of but 2 bowlings or even nearer. So did Allah convey the inspiration to his servant, conveyed what he meant to convey. The prophet's mind and heart in no way falsified that which he saw. Will you then dispute with him concerning what he saw? For indeed he saw him at a second descent, near the low tree, beyond which none may pass. Near it is the garden of abode. Behold, the low tree was shrouded in mysteries unspeakable. His sight never swerved, nor did it go wrong. But truly did he see of the signs of his Lord the greatest. Have you seen Lot and Uzziah, and another, the third goddess were not? What? For you the male sex, and for him the female? Behold, such will be indeed a vision most unfair. These are nothing but names which we have devised, ye and your father, for which Allah has sent down no authority whatever. They follow nothing but conjecture, and what their own souls desire, even though there has come to them guidance from their Lord. Nay, shall man have just anything he anchors after? But it is to Allah that the end and the beginning of all things belong. How many soever be the angels in the heavens, their intercession will avail nothing except after Allah has given leave for whom He pleases, and that He is acceptable to Him. Those who believe not in the hereafter name the angels with female names, but they have no knowledge therein. They follow nothing but conjecture, and conjecture avails nothing against truth. Therefore shun those who turn away from our message and desire nothing but the life of this world. That is as far as knowledge will reach them. Verily, thy Lord knoweth best those who stray from the path, and He knoweth best those who receive guidance. Yea, to Allah belongs all that is in the heavens and on earth, so that He rewards those who do evil according to their deeds, and He rewards those who do good with what is best. Those who avoid great sins and shameful deeds only fall into small faults. Verily, the Lord is ample in forgiveness. He knows you well when He brings you out of the earth, and when you are hidden in your mother's womb. Therefore justify not yourselves. He knows best who it is that guards against evil. The commentary 230. When once in Allah's way, turn not away, nor check your generous impulse to give your all to Allah. The spiritual world unseen is above all worldly bargains. Each soul must bear its own responsibility. It must strive its utmost and attain its ends. The final goal of all is Allah. In His hands are laughter and tears, life and death, the mystery of birth and creation, and the hereafter. He controls our bliss and inner satisfaction. He is the Lord of the highest and noblest in nature. His hand traces the course of history. Learn, learn from His revelation, and adore the Lord of your inmost soul. See thou one turns back, gives a little, and hardens his heart. What? Has he knowledge of the unseen so that he can see? Nay, is he not acquainted with what is in the books of Moses and of Ibrahim, who fulfilled his engagement? Namely, that no bearer of burden can bear the burden of another. That man can have nothing but what he strives for. That the fruit of his striving will soon come in sight. Then will he be rewarded with a reward complete. That to thy Lord is the final goal. That it is He who grants laughter and tears. That it is He who granted death and life. That He did create in pairs, male and female, from a seed when lodged in its place. That He has promised the second creation, raising of the dead. That it is He who has given wealth and satisfaction. That it is Thee, the Lord of Sirius, the mighty star. And that it is He who destroyed the powerful ancient Odd people in the Thamud, nor gave them a lease of perpetual life. and before them the people of Noah, for they were all most unjust and most insolent transgressors. And he destroyed the overthrown cities of Sodom and Gomorrah, so that their ruins are unknown have covered them up. Then which of the gifts of thy Lord, O man, will thou dispute about? This is a warner of a series of warners of old. The judgment ever approaching draws nigh. No soul but Allah can lay it bare. Do you then wonder at this recital? And when you laugh and not weep, wasting your time in vanities? But fall ye down in prostration to Allah and adore Him. Sister. Introduction to Surah Al-Qamar, commentary 231. With every breath of our life comes nearer and nearer the hour of judgment. The proud will be brought low. The lovers of ease will find themselves in hardship. Come, is there any that will truly receive admonition? So said Noah, but his people rejected the warnings and perished. We have made our revelations easy to understand and follow. Is there any that will truly receive admonition? So said the prophets of Ad and Thamud. So said the prophets deputed to the people of Lut and Pharaoh. But the wicked continued in sin and defiance and perished. Will the present generation learn wisdom by warning? Alas, is there any that will truly receive admonition? The righteous will dwell in their gardens of bliss, and the joyful assembly realize truth in the presence of their sovereign Most High. Qamar, or the moon. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. The hour of judgment is nigh, and the moon is cleft asunder. But if they see a sign, they turn away and say, this is but transient magic. They reject the warning and follow their own lust, but every matter has its appointed time. They have already come to them recitals wherein there is enough to check them, mature wisdom. For the preaching of warners profit them not. Therefore, O prophet, turn away from them. The day that the caller will call them to a terrible affair. They will come forth, their eyes humble from their graves, torpid like locusts scattered abroad, hastening with eyes transfixed towards the caller. Hard as this day, the unbelievers will say. Before them, the people of Noah rejected their apostle. They rejected our servant and said, here is one possessed, and he was driven out. Then he called on his Lord, I am overcome, do thou then help me? So we opened the gates of heaven with water pouring forth, and we caused the earth to gush forth with springs, so the waters met the roads to the extent decreed. But we bore him on an ark made of broad planks and caulked with palm fiber. She floats under our care, under our eyes and care, a recompense to one who had been rejected with scorn. And we have left this a sign for all times. Then is there any that will receive admonition? But how terrible was my penalty and my warning? And we have indeed made the Qur'an easy to understand and remember. Then is there any that will receive admonition? The our people too rejected truth. Then how terrible was my penalty and my warning? For we sent against them a furious wind on a violent disaster, plucking out men as if they were roots of palm trees torn up from the ground. Yea, how terrible was my penalty and my warning. But we have indeed made the Qur'an easy to understand and remember. Then is there any that will receive admonition? The Thamud also rejected their ones. For they said, what? A man? A solitary one from among ourselves? Shall we follow such a one? Surely shall we then be strained in mind and mad? Is it that the message is sent to him of all people amongst us? He's a liar, an insolent one. They will know on the morrow which is the liar, the insolent one. For we will send the she-camel by way of trial for them, so watch them, O Salat, and possess thyself in patience, and tell them that the water is to be divided between them. each one's right to drink being brought forward by suitable terms. But they called to their companion, and he took a sword in his hand and hamstrung her. Ah, how terrible was my penalty and my warning! For we sent against them a single mighty blast, and they became like the dry stubble used by one who pins cattle. And we have indeed made the Qur'an easy to understand and remember. Then is there any that will receive admonition? The people of Lut rejected his warning. We sent against them a violent tornado with showers of stones which destroyed them, except Lut's household. Them we delivered by early dawn as a grace from us. Thus do we reward those who give thanks. And Lut did warn them of our punishment, but they disputed about the warning. And they even sought to snatch away his guests from him. But we blinded their eyes. They heard, now taste ye my wrath and my warning. Early on the morrow, an abiding punishment seized them. So taste ye my wrath and my warning. And we have indeed made the Qur'an easy to understand and remember. Then is there any that will receive admonition? To the people of Pharaoh too, also aforetime came warnings from Allah. The people rejected all our signs, but we seized them with such penalty as comes from one exalted in power, able to carry out his will. Are your unbelievers, O Quraysh, better than they? Or have ye an immunity in the sacred books? Or do they say, if we acting together can defend ourselves? Soon will their multitude be put to flight, and they will show their backs. Nay, the hour of judgment is the time promised them for their full recompense, and that hour will be most grievous and most bitter. Truly those in sin are the ones strained in mind, mad. The day they will be dragged through the fire on their faces. They will hear, taste ye the touch of hell. Verily all things are we created in proportion and measure, and our command is but a single act, like the twinkling of an eye. And often in the past have we destroyed gangs like unto you. Then is there any that will receive admonition? All that they do is noted in their book of deeds. Every matter small and great is on record. And as to the righteous, they will be in the midst of the gardens and rivers, in an assembly of truth, in the presence of a sovereign omnipotent. Commentary 232, Surah Al-Rahman. Allah's creatures. Which favors of Allah will you deny? Most gracious is Allah who reveals himself in the Qur'an, in man's intelligence, and in the nature around man. Balance and justice, goodness and care are the laws of his world. Created from clay, man can yet comprehend the Lord of the east and the west, him who sustains all his creatures, him who bestows the jewels of life and faith, him who abides when all else perishes, him whose eternity is the hope of man's future, and the Lord everlasting of justice and glory and bounty and honor, which then are the favors of your Lord will you deny. Rahman, or Allah, most gracious. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. Allah, most gracious. It is He who has taught the Qur'an. He has created man. He has taught him speech and intelligence. The sun and the moon follow courses exactly computed, and the earth and the trees both alike bow in adoration. And the firmament has He raised high, and He has set up the balance of justice, in order that ye may not transgress due balance. So establish weight with justice, and fall not short in the balance. It is He who has spread out the earth for His creatures. Therein is fruit and date palms, producing staves and closing dates. Also corn with its leaves and stalks for fodder, and sweet-smelling plants. Then which are the favors of your Lord will you deny? He created man from sounding clay like unto pottery, and He created jinns from fire free of smoke. Then which of the favors of your Lord will you deny? He is Lord of the two east and Lord of the two west. Then which of the favors of your Lord will you deny? He has let free the two bodies of flowing water meeting together. Between them is a barrier which they do not transgress. Then which of the favors of your Lord will you deny? But of them come pearls and coral, Then which of the favors of your Lord will you deny? And his are the ships sailing smoothly through the seas, lofty as mountains. Then which of the favors of your Lord will you deny? All that is on earth, but will abide forever, the face of thy Lord, full of majesty, bounty, and honor. Then which of the favors of your Lord will you deny? Of him seek its needs every creature in the heavens and on earth. Every day in new splendor doth he shine. Then which of the favors of your Lord will you deny? Soon shall we settle your affairs, O both ye worlds. Then which of the favors of your Lord will you deny? O ye assembly of jinns and men, if it be ye can pass beyond the zone of the heavens and the earth, pass ye. Now without authority shall you be able to pass. Then which of the favors of your Lord will you deny? Commentary 233. Let not evil think that it will escape justice. Its telltale mark is on those who follow it, and it must meet its reward in the final adjustment. But the good, the righteous must reach their fulfillment in the garden of bliss, where every delight will be theirs in beauty and dignity. How can such delights be pictured in words? In symbols subjective, let each take his choice. For good, can there ever be any reward other than good? Beautiful sights and sounds, delicious fruits to nourish the soul, and companionship where grace is mingled with love may figure forth our bliss. Blessed be Allah, full of majesty and bounty, Allah's creature. What favors of Allah will you deny? On you will be sent, O ye evil ones twain, a flame of fire to burn and a smoke to choke. No defense will you have. Then which of the favors of your Lord will you deny? When the sky is rent asunder and it becomes red like ointment, then which of the favors of your Lord will you deny? On that day, no question will be asked of man or jinn as to his sin. Then which of the favors of your Lord will you deny? For the sinners will be known by their marks, and they will be seized by their forelocks and their feet. Then which of the favors of your Lord will you deny? This is the hell which the sinners deny. In its midst, and in the midst of boiling hot water will they wander round. Then which of the favors of your Lord will you deny? But for such as fear the time when they will stand before the judgment seat of their Lord, there will be two gardens. Then which of the favors of your Lord will you deny? Containing all kinds of trees and delight. Then which of the favors of your Lord will you deny? In them each will be two springs flowing free. Then which of the favors of your Lord will you deny? In them will be fruits of every kind, two and two. Then which of the favors of your Lord will you deny? They will recline on carpets whose inner linings will be of rich brocade. The fruits of the gardens will be near and easy to reach. Then which of the favors of your Lord will you deny? In them will be maidens chaste, restraining their glances, whom no man or jinn before them is touched. Then which of the favors of your Lord will you deny? Like unto rubies and corals. Then which of the favors of your Lord will you deny? Is there any reward for good other than good? Then which of the favors of your Lord will you deny? And besides these two, there are two other gardens. Then which of the favors of your Lord will you deny? Dark green in color, from plentiful watering. Then which of the favors of your Lord will you deny? In them each will be two springs pouring forth water in continuous abundance. Then which of the favors of your Lord will you deny? In them will be fruits and dates and pomegranates. Then which of the favors of your Lord will you deny? In them will be fair companions, good, beautiful. Then which of the favors of your Lord will you deny? Companions restrained as to their glances in goodly provision. Then which of the favors of your Lord will you deny? Whom no man or jinn before them is touched. Then which of the favors of your Lord will you deny? Reclining on green cushions and rich carpets of beauty. Then which of the favors of your Lord will you deny? Blessed be the name of thy Lord, full of majesty, bounty, and honor. Commentary 234, Introduction to Surah Al-Waqi'ah. The event inevitable is the day of judgment. The world as we know it will be shaken into its depths, and its place will be taken by a world made new. where good will be sorted out from evil. In dignity and bliss will the good find fulfillment for those nearest to the throne of Allah, and those who earn by faith and good life the titles, the companions of the right hand. Who can tell of the misery in which the companions of the left hand will live? They will be as if it were in a fierce blast of fire. Their drinks but boiling water. Their shade that of black smoke that chokes their lungs, ever burning with hunger and thirst, and never satisfied, fit emblems of the life and death to which evil leads. Waqiyah, or the inevitable event. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful, when the event inevitable comes to pass, then will no soul entertain falsehood concerning its coming. Many will it bring low, many will it exalt. When the earth shall be shaken to its depths, and the mountains shall be crumbled to atoms, becoming dust scattered abroad, and ye shall be sorted out into three classes. Then there will be the companions of the right hand. What will be the companions of the right hand? And the companions of the left hand? What will be the companions of the left hand? And those foremost in faith will be foremost in the hereafter. These will be those nearest to Allah in gardens of bliss, a number of people from those of old, and a few from those of later time. They will be on thrones encrusted with gold and precious stones, reclining on them facing each other. Round about them will serve youths of perpetual freshness, with goblets, shining beakers, and cups filled out of clear flowing fountains. No afterache will they receive therefrom, nor will they suffer intoxication. And with fruits any that they may select, and the flesh of fowls, and any that they may desire. And there will be companions with beautiful, big, and lustrous eyes, like unto pearls well guarded, a reward for the deeds of their past life. No frivolity will they hear therein, nor any taint of ill, only the same peace, peace. The companions of the right hand. What will be the companions of the right hand? They will be among oak trees without thorns, among tall trees with flowers or fruits piled one above another, in shade long extended by water flowing constantly, in fruit in abundance, whose season is not limited nor supply forbidden, and on thrones of dignity raised high. We have created their companions of special creation, and made them virgin, pure, and undefiled, beloved by nature, equal in age, for the companions of the right hand. A goodly number from those of old, and a goodly number from those of later time. The companions of the left hand. What will be the companions of the left hand? They will be in the midst of a fierce blast of fire and in boiling water, and in the shades of black smoke. Nothing will there be to refresh nor to please, for that they were wont to be indulged before that in wealth and luxury, and persisted obstinately in wickedness supreme. And they used to say, what? When we die and become dust and bones, shall we then indeed be raised up again? We and our fathers of old? Say, yea, those of old and those of later times, all will certainly be gathered together for the meeting appointed for a day well known. Then will ye truly, O ye that go wrong and treat truth as falsehood, ye will surely taste of the tree of Zaqqum. Then will you fill your insides therewith, and drink boiling water on top of it. Indeed, ye shall drink it like diseased camels raging with thirst. Such will be their entertainment on the day of requital. Commentary 235. Learn ye then to witness the truth in your lives, your own creation and growth, the seeds that you saw in the ground, the circuit of water through streams and rivers and seas, to vapor, clouds, and rain that feeds the streams, the fire that stands as an emblem of life and light, all points to your Lord Supreme. His revelation conveys the same message to the pure in heart. Will you receive it and live, assured of the truth of the hereafter? Glory and praise to Allah, the beneficent, supreme in justice, mercy, and truth. It is we who have created you. Why will you not witness the truth? Do you then see the human seed that you throw out? Is it ye who created, or are we the creators? We have decreed death to be your common lot, and we are not to be frustrated from changing your forms and creating you again in forms that you know not. And ye certainly know already the first form of creation. Why then do you not celebrate his praises? See ye the seed that ye sow in the ground. Is it ye that caused the growth, or are we the cause? Were it our will, we could crumble it to dry powder, and ye would be left in wonderment, saying, we are indeed left with debts for nothing. Indeed are we shut out of the fruits of our labor. See ye the water which ye drink. Do ye bring it down in rain from the clouds, or do we? Were it our will, we could make it salt and unpalatable. Then why do you not give thanks? See ye the fire which ye kindle. Is it ye who grow the tree which feeds the fire, or do we grow it? We have made it a memorial of our handiwork, and an article of comfort and convenience for the denizens of deserts. Then celebrate with praises the name of thy Lord the Supreme. Furthermore, I call the witness to setting the stars, and that is indeed a mighty adjuration if ye but knew that this is indeed a Qur'an most honorable, and a book well guarded, which none shall touch with those who are clean, a revelation from the Lord of the worlds. Is it such a message that you would hold in light esteem? And have you made it your livelihood that you should declare it false? Then why do you not intervene when the soul of a dying man reaches the throat, and ye the while sit looking on? But we are nearer to him than ye, and ye see not. Then why do you not, if you are exempt from future account, call back the soul if you are true in your claim of independence? Thus, then if he be of those nearest to Allah, there is for him rest and satisfaction in the garden of delight. And if he be of the companions of the right hand, for him is the salutation, peace be unto thee, from the companions of the right hand. And if he be of those who treat truth as falsehood, who go wrong, for him is entertainment with boiling water and burning in hellfire. Verily, this is the very truth and certainty. So celebrate with praises the name of thy Lord, the Supreme. Commentary 236, Surah Al-Hadid. Allah is all in all. Follow his law and his light, and obey his apostle who invites you to deeds of goodness and charity. Strive and spend your resources and yourselves in the cause of Allah. He will grant you a light to go before you and guide you to your eternal goal where no evil can enter. When success crowns your efforts, even then is the time to humble yourself before Allah in sincere witness to his love. The pleasures here below are deceptive. Be foremost in seeking Allah and his good pleasure. Trust him. Be not like those who mistook mere renunciation of the world for Allah's service. Allah's grace is for all. Be your law and your service for all. Hadid or iron. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. Whatever is in the heavens and on earth, let it declare the praise and glory of Allah. For he is the exalted and mighty, the wise. To him belongs the dominion of the heavens and the earth. It is he who gives life and death, and he has power over all things. He is the first and the last, the evident and the imminent, and he has full knowledge of all things. He it is who created the heavens and the earth in 6 days, and in more were firmly established on the throne of authority. He knows what enters within the earth and what comes forth out of it, what comes down from heaven and what mounts up to it. And he is with you wheresoever you may be. And Allah sees well all that ye do. To him belongs the dominion of the heavens and the earth, and all affairs are referred back to Allah. He merges night into day, and he merges day into night, and he has full knowledge of the secrets of all hearts. Believe in Allah and his apostle, and spend in charity out of the substance whereof he has made you heirs. For those of you who believe and spend in charity, for them is a great reward. What causes have you why you should not believe in Allah? And the apostle invites you to believe in your Lord, and has indeed taken your covenant if ye are men of faith. He is the one who sends to his servants manifest signs that he may lead you from the depths of darkness into the light. And verily Allah is to you most kind and merciful. And what causes have you why you should not spend in the cause of Allah? For to Allah belongs the heritage of the heavens and the earth. Not equal among you are those who spent freely and fought before the victory with those who did so later. Those are higher in rank than those who spent freely and fought afterwards. But to all has Allah promised a goodly reward. And Allah is well acquainted with all that ye do. Who is he that will loan to Allah a beautiful loan? For Allah will increase it manifold to his credit, and he will have besides a liberal reward. One day shall thou see the believing men and the believing women, how their light runs forward before them, and by their right hands their greeting will be, good news for you this day. Gardens beneath with rivers flow to dwell therein forever. This is indeed the highest achievement. One day will the hypocrites, men and women, say to the believers, wait for us, let us borrow a light from your light. It will be said, turn ye back to your rear, then seek a light where you can. So a wall will be put up betwixt them, with a gate therein. Within it will be a mercy throughout and without it. All alongside will be wrath and punishment. Those without will call out, were we not with you? The others will reply, true, but you led yourselves into temptation. You looked forward to our ruin. You doubted Allah's promise, and your false desires deceived you until they issued the command of Allah. And the deceiver deceived you in respect of Allah. This day shall no ransom be accepted of you, nor of those who rejected Allah. Your abode is the fire. That is the proper place to claim you. An evil refuge it is. Has not the time arrived for the believers that their hearts in all humility should engage in the remembrance of Allah and the truth which has been revealed to them, and that they should not become like those who were given revelation aforetime? For long ages passed over them, and their hearts grew hard, but many among them are rebellious transgressors. Know ye all that Allah giveth light to the earth at his death? Already have we shown the signs plainly to you, that you may learn wisdom. For those who give in charity, men and women, and loan to Allah a beautiful loan, it shall be increased manifold to their credit, and they shall have besides a liberal reward. And those who believe in Allah and his apostles, they are the sincere love of the truth, and the witnesses who testify in the eyes of their Lord. They shall have their reward in their life. But those who reject Allah and deny our signs, they are the companions of hellfire. Know ye all that the life of this world is but play and amusement, pomp and mutual boasting and multiplying and rivalry among yourselves, riches and children. Now, here's us another truth. How rain and the growth which it brings forth delight the hearts of the tillers. Soon it withers, thou wilt see it grow yellow, then it becomes dry and crumbles away. But in the hereafter is a penalty severe for the devotees of wrong, and forgiveness from Allah, and his good pleasure for the devotees of Allah. And what is the life of this world but goods and chattels of deception? Be ye foremost in seeking forgiveness from your Lord, and a garden of bliss the width whereas as the width of the heavens and the earth, prepared for those who believe in Allah and his apostles. That is the grace of Allah which he bestows on whom he pleases, and Allah is the Lord of grace abounding. No misfortune can happen on earth in your soul, but is recorded in the decree before we bring it into existence. That is truly easy for Allah. In order that ye may not despair over matters that pass you by, nor exult over favors bestowed upon you. For Allah loveth not any vainglorious boaster. Such persons as are covetous and command covetousness to men. And if any turn back from Allah's way, verily Allah is free of all needs, worthy of all praise. Now we sent aforetime our apostles with clear signs, and sent down within the book and the balance of right and wrong, that men may stand forth in justice. And we sent down iron, in which is material for mighty war, as well as many benefits for mankind, that Allah may test who it is that will help, unseen him and his apostle. For Allah is full of strength, exalted in might, and able to enforce his will. And we sent Noah and Ibrahim, and establishing their line prophethood and revelation. And some of them were on the right guidance, but many of them became rebellious transgressors. Then in their wake, we followed them up with others of our apostles. We sent after them Jesus the son of Maryam, and bestowed on him the gospel. And we ordained in the hearts of those who followed him compassion and mercy. But the monasticism which they invented for themselves, we did not prescribe for them. We commanded only to seeking for the good pleasure of Allah, but that they did not foster as they should have done. Yet we bestowed on those among them who believed their due reward, but many of them are rebellious transgressors. O ye that believe, fear Allah, and believe in his apostle, and he will bestow on you a double portion of his mercy. He will provide for you a light by which ye shall walk straight in your path, and he will forgive you your past, for Allah is oft forgiving, most merciful. That the people of the book may know that they have no power whatever over the grace of Allah, that his grace is entirely in his hand to bestow it on whomsoever he wills. For Allah is the Lord of grace, abounding. Alhamdulillah. And that completed the 27th reading of the Qur'an, my brothers and sisters. The 26th day of the fast. Alhamdulillah. So, as I was saying earlier, for those of you who are online, the new moon comes in on the night, immediately after midnight. That's about 12:18 after midnight on the 20th. So that's an early time that the new moon comes in. So the new moon may, the crescent of that new moon, the following day may be sighted on that Thursday. So inshallah, the Eid may be on Friday. I'll let you know on Wednesday night for sure that if Eid is on Friday, inshallah. So just be prepared for it. So those of you who are taking off of their jobs, I will take off on Friday. I will take off on Friday, and of course, it can be no longer than Saturday. Either on Friday or Saturday. So inshallah, may Allah make it easy for all of us, inshallah. So we finished our reading on tomorrow. We'll begin immediately at 7:25, inshallah. At this particular time, we will break our fast. Make sure that when you give, go to FirstCleveland.org through PayPal. You can also go to $ First Cleveland as Cash App. You can go to Zelle, First Cleveland Mosque at 131 First Cleveland Mosque 131@gmail.com. Okay, and also go through the 3613 East 131st Street, Cleveland, Ohio 44120. You can write a check out there, or you can come to the mosque and give out. Inshallah, those of you online, we appreciate your giving. We're up to so many subscriptions now, so alhamdulillah. Also, make sure those of you who have not subscribed, go to the right of your computers and subscribe immediately, inshallah. With that being said, we're going to dismiss, inshallah, and we're immediately going to call the adhan. And all of you online, outside, I again express my gratitude to you. Assalamu alaikum and Ramadan Mubarak.